Okay, it's on. I got my breakfast. It's Monday. What day is today? So I'm doing a new thing today. Let's see what the day is. Today is Monday, the March the 17th. It is 7:38 in the morning. I'm in Kaohsiung. I've just gotten my breakfast, and it is time to go over to the river and eat it. And on the way there, I will talk to you. And I have a few things to talk about. And this is what they are. So first of all, today is St. Patrick's Day. So if you're Irish, go fuck yourself. It's a stupid holiday. It never used to be a holiday. When I was a kid, we never celebrated it. We knew it was a line on the calendar, maybe with a green shamrock. But nobody went out and got all pissed up on draft beer. That happened after I graduated from university. That happened sometime in the 80s and 90s. Doesn't take long. I was away from Canada for about 15 years, and somewhere in that period, St. Patrick's Day happened. The other thing that happened was Tim Hortons. There was no Tim Hortons. I mean, Tim Hortons was around, but it wasn't such a Canadian thing until sometime after I left, but before I came back. And Canadians love their Timmies, their double doubles. That makes absolutely no sense as well. It's just coffee, for God's sake. What else is on my list today? Oh, the Bob Pod. So I've decided to rename this YouTube channel the Bob Pod. I like that. 6 letters, 2 rows. It's like the Bopo Mofo. The Bopo. Ooh, I should call it the Bopo Mofo. And what I'm going to do is just what I've been doing. About a 10-minute video every day. Just top of mind stuff. Just talk and walk. No edits, no music, no translations, nothing. As simple as possible. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's the Bob Pod. And the missus is leaving today on a cruise with her mother. And when she gets back, she'll be back for about 3 or 4 days, and then she'll be taken off back to Canada. So essentially, I'm on my own again for the next 6 weeks. So I'm going to get back into a routine of doing my arm exercises and doing push-ups and studying my Mandarin again. And I'll probably be making a few videos as well. I wanted to spend time with the missus when she was here, and we had a nice time. And now it's up to me to stay here for another 6 weeks without getting bored. I never get bored. I don't get bored. Not in Taiwan, I don't. So that's that one. What else I want to talk about today? Oh yeah, the rhythm of life. So for me, I'm thinking with this new schedule, with the schedule I like the best, is I get up about 5:30 and go for breakfast about Well, 7:30 like today. The first hour is having a cup of coffee, a couple of cups of coffee, and just fooling around, doing some writing and reading, and nothing much. Waking up fairly slow, but not too slow. Like, I could spend 3-4 hours waking up if I wanted to, but that'd be a waste of time. I like to get out in the morning and then come back in the late morning, early afternoon, take it easy, have a nap, and then go out again in the evening. It's kind of like a cat. Go out for the golden hours in my golden years. The golden bob pod. Go po, go bo po. Go po bo. Go bo po. Don't be silly. Yeah, so that's the plan. Today I have a few things to do. I have to finish that video that I was working on. The one where I went to Gold Lion Lake. I'm transcribing it now, which means I will translate it later, post it. Yeah. And what else do I gotta do? Could do a bit of art, just the regular stuff. So, before I move on to the next thing, having these creative things, you never know what's going to happen. Like, I realized, like, I write every day, and I go back and I read what I wrote a month ago, and the website I write on keeps track of what I wrote on this day in every past year as well. So I know that, our dog died in 2022, 3 years ago now already. And I know that I was recently back in Canada this time last year and laying around after so many 3 months, 100 days last year of exercise and fun and in the sun. And I started writing on this site in 2019, so that's 6 years ago. So I know I didn't write every day, but I can capture thoughts I had back then. And essentially what I'm doing is just making note of them and re-exploring them again here in a pod. Instead of writing, I'm talking, but I'm pulling my ideas from past thoughts to some degree. I'm rambling on a bit as well. So, for example, I didn't write on February the 17th, so I went back to January the 17th, and I captured these 3 ideas. First one is making a video is like making a sandwich. And what I mean by that is that it's a bit of a formula. I know what I'm doing. I know where the bread is. I know where the butter is too. And that's where you start. And inside it could be different kinds of sandwich, but it's always going to be a sandwich. So it's always going to be fundamentally the same. The bread, the butter, the meat, the cheese, whatever, the mayonnaise. So those are my main videos for Bob's Utopia. For these videos, I'm still exploring, which is also fun, but a little bit different, because I don't know what this is going to evolve into. Originally, when I started this, it was doing the intermittent videos, and that was fine, but kind of boring. So what I'm going to do now is just put the intermittent videos at the end of my daily Bobcast. Ooh, that's a good name for a channel too, Bobcast. So the second thing that I wrote down 2 months ago was to enjoy the little things in life, the little moments that you share with other people, little things that happen. Life is pretty regular, but when something nice happens, you should enjoy it, you should relish it, you should think about it. And what prompted that was the day before, I'd been in the breakfast spot, and the lady that I sometimes deal with, who gives me special treatment now, said that she liked my smile, and I don't know, she made my day. So now every time I go to the breakfast spot, I try to make her day as well, which is nice. It's just little sharings, right? What's the third thing? Oh, 2 months ago I was deciding whether or not to stay in Taiwan for an extra 60 days, an extra 2 months to get my health insurance. I decided ultimately to do that, and I'm 2 weeks into that now. I'm really glad I did. I think it's always important, it's always a good idea if you can, to get that license, to get that certificate, to get that insurance, to get something. Because you never know if you might need it or not. And chances are you're going to need it. Things get more expensive, things get harder. So when you have the opportunity to get something, just go ahead and get it. All right, so that's today's pod, today's Bobcast. Not sure if I should, you tell me, should it be called the Bobcast or should it be called the Bob Pod? This one first. Oh, the meat one. Mm.